Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back, and in today's video we are going to Wales and we're going to Snowdon, which you can also call Snowdonia, and it was about 3 hour drive, but it was like 2.5, but then we stopped in some places because the views were really nice, so we stopped and made some pictures there, and then it became a 3 hour drive, which was really boring. It wasn't hot. It wasn't cold. It was really cold. Because when we stopped to make pictures of the view, it was really cold. But then when we got there, it wasn't that cold. It was a bit hot, and then it just changed, even though it's the same place. And there was lots of mountains here, and it was really foggy too. We went on there are two parts to this video. One, we stayed for 2 days, 1 night. So that in today's video, I'm going to show you the first part, the first day we stayed there, and in part 2, don't forget to watch that one. This is the second day, so we did different things on each day, and it was really fun. We had to stay at a hotel, but I don't really like hotels because you can't really get out. We are basically locked in there, and so I didn't bring a jacket with me, which was a mistake, because it was hot at first, but then it got cold, and then the next day it was like a mild temperature. It wasn't that hot, it wasn't that cold, it was normal. And I really like when we were driving here, because it was really it felt like it's different. Because usually in your local area you probably don't have these roads around you, so you probably haven't experienced it. And once we got there, we ate some food, picnic, and then we got on a train, and the train had two families and one cot, I don't know what you call them, and no wheelchairs or pushchairs were allowed. They were allowed, but you couldn't leave them open because the space was really tight. And the train it wasn't that long. There were drivers on each side of the train, so you can't really say that this is the front of the train and this is the back, because when you're going there, it's one side, one driver drives it, and then when you come back, you basically reverse, but the driver on the other side drives it. So it doesn't go round, it goes half, and then it's just so it wasn't a fast train, it was a slow train, and it went up a hill, so that's why it's called Snowdon Mountain. And when we got up there were lots of sheep on the way, and lots of sheep. And if you didn't want to go on a train, then you could just hike down, you could just walk back down. But I didn't do that because I don't want to. And it took about 45 minutes because the train was really slow. You could bring food and water. And so when we got to the top, it was, I'll leave that for a surprise, because it wasn't that much of a fun surprise at the top, but I'll leave it for a surprise anyway. So there was, I don't know what this is. I think when you come back, it goes on the other track. We saw 2-3 other trains when we were coming back and going, this one, and most of it is empty. I don't know why. And there was lots of greenery, some lakes or rivers. We also saw a fountain, and it wasn't that big, but I think it was somewhere at the start. I don't know where it is now. Well, this is a river, so the fountain is probably no fountain, it's a waterfall. I think fountain and waterfalls are something, but no, it's a waterfall. And Yeah, and the windows were open, so you couldn't open them, shut them. There were no curtains, and yeah. I think if you're a family of 2 people or just 2 people, then 3 families can sit there. It depends how big your family is. If it's like really big, then only one, Yeah, and it was, as you can see, it's so foggy. Like, look, if you get out, it feels like you just jump off and then you're dead. But no, it's actually the fog that's covering all of it. It was just, yeah, it wasn't cold, it's just foggy. But when we got to the top, it got really cold. But since we were inside the train, we didn't really feel the coldness. And here we're at the top. As you can see, it's so foggy. And that was just me, I think. And there were lots of stones and rocks, like really big ones. And so you have to be careful not to run a lot because you would have tripped over them. And yeah, look how many stones there are. It looks like those, I don't know what, like, I don't know what you call them. But yeah, and at the top we had samosas and tea. And then, like, we didn't get to finish them, but then we got back in. And then we had to go back. And yeah, that was just me, I think, again. Like, these rocks were so big that you could only walk. If you even ran, it would be so dangerous. And look at this playground. Yeah, playground. I don't know if it's a part of where we were, but yeah. And then once we got back, like, we just stayed in here. We finished off our tea and samosas, and then we got off, and then we like got back in our cars, and then some people also came walking down, so we had to wait for them. And then we stayed at a hotel, and we also bought some things from the Snowdon shop, really cool things. And I don't know what they call it, but yeah, also globe. And here we stayed at a hotel. As you can see, the view is very nice. But the hotel, I don't really like the hotel. You know why? Because it was just so dirty and it felt like, I don't know, it wasn't comfortable there. And look at the view. It looked really scary at night. But when we woke up, it looked so nice. And I don't know what ocean this is. I don't know if it's an ocean. I think it's an ocean. And I think you walk you stay here, and then you can also go higher to see better. Anyway, stay tuned for part 2. Don't forget to watch it. It'll be amazing. Allah.